good tip for if you do like working cafes. It's not, I mean, everyone knows it. Get one of those apps that have all the different sounds, and there's a good one with like a train sound, a cafe sound.
Ooh.
Sometimes when I put that in there, I find it's sort of quite productive, that like escapes me to a cafe. Not somewhere glamorous like a different country, just my local cafe.
But do any of you write to music? I know quite a few people who write to music.
I really want to, but I can't do it. I've made a playlist for my new book, and it was a procrastination task that took me about 2.5 hours on Spotify. And then I was like, oh, brilliant, I'll listen to this and it will get me right in the right mood. And then I was like, can't concentrate, because I think I have to hear the dialogue in my head, and I do a lot of speaking aloud, and it just distracts me. So I can have a bit of classic FM very quietly at a push. But even that distracts me. Every time the Game of Thrones thing comes on, I'm like, woo, turn it up, woohoo!
I do classical. I do the same album of the same set of cello music on repeat over and over and over. And it's like this Pavlovian thing of you put on a little bit of Bach and suddenly I'm like, and got to write. I don't care where we are, we're doing some writing. It tricks my brain.
I can't listen to music with lyrics, but so I do listen to classical, but sometimes I can listen to sort of like chilled Ibiza, just like beats, do, because that makes me sort of like you would if you were exercising, if I exercised.
Cafe Del Mar style. Yeah. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the 90s.
Each of you have got another book out next year, which you've all just finished under lockdown.
Yeah. I haven't finished mine. I have nowhere near finished. No, but it will be finished because it has to be finished. It doesn't have a title yet or anything.
Yeah. Do you have a title, Helly?
I do. I've got a title. It's nowhere near finished. I'm just actually getting to the first. I've just started the first sort of major edits, which are quite large, and it's called The Couple, and it's out in spring 2021. Yeah.
Excellent. And Laura, you're not allowed to say the title.
I can say the title. And it's funny, the title is one of the earliest things. I can't title books. I'm terrible. It's embarrassing. But also it's not my job. So once the team have seen, I do a very 10,000 word synopses. I plan I know exactly what I need to do. So when I sit down, I go. And I always do a couple of playing around chapters to begin with as well. And when the team have seen that, and so they've got the blurb, the 10,000 words, some early chapters, they'll come up with a title, because that helps me anchor the whole process. So I can't write it then title. I need to know. I call it the creativity of limitation. And I'm self-aware enough to know how that sounds, but I think we have this myth about creativity that we want a total blank page, we want total freedom, and there is just absolutely nothing worse than total freedom to me. I do not want it in my creative life. I like rules and boundaries, and when I've got those, then it feels like a radical creative act to bend and shape those to my will. I like to have rules and bend them. So I like to have that title as an anchor. And to come back to the actual question, the title is The Lucky Escape. But I'm not allowed. I did another event recently, and my PR was in the comments going, shut up, stop, no, shh. So I've already said too much.
That's very funny. Isabelle, are you much of a planner?
Oh, I wish I was better at planning. I have learned over the course of 8 novels that if you don't plan, then you're going to end up in trouble, and with the most horrible structural edits that make you just cry, genuinely. So yeah, I'm getting better at it, but I find that a lot of my ideas come from when I go to locations. So I'll sort of outline the plot, and then I go and do the research, and all the gaps sort of get filled in by things that I see or do or encounter while I'm there, which is why it was so important for me to go to Croatia this year, despite despite the fears of lockdown, I decided that I wasn't going to be able to write the book, a draft of it, even without that element. It just wasn't working. So
I really admire that stat. I couldn't I must go to Paris.
yeah, exactly.
Can't do a thing until I have. I'm going to steal that.
You should.
I was just thinking you're just using an excuse to travel. It's brilliant.
Sublime. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Helly,
Yeah.
how about you?
I mean, I travel anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say in advertising when I used to come up with TV scripts, I'd always be like, set in Jamaica. This advert will take. Never worked, but maybe it'll work with the books. I am quite a good planner. I have. I used to plan with post-it notes all over the wall, and I still do that sometimes, just for little sort of single thoughts. But now I'm a spreadsheet person, which doesn't seem very literary. But I like to sort of map out each chapter across like different tabs and stuff and sort of try and type them all together that way. It's kind of self-taught. It's sort of worked so far, but I've only done one book, so we'll see the next one.
And what's your next one called again? I've forgotten, sorry.
The Couple.
The couple, that's right. That's brilliant. Listen, ladies, thank you so much for coming on today. I mean, it's been a joy to meet you all. And could you just, each of you in turn, just show us your book covers? And because they are brilliant, they're hugely successful. They're selling like hotcakes. So I'm gonna, if you say your name, and because otherwise then the Zoom comes to you, obviously, so you can't do it otherwise. So Isabelle.
This is Hello again. Romantic, escapist, loveliness. Please read it. Thank you.
Helly.
This is the Self. It's a self-love story, twists, and I'm Helly.
Brilliant. And then Laura.
This is The Love Square. Funny, romantic, complicated. I'm Laura Jane Williams and I wrote it. And you're new and you should read it.
Well, honestly, the reviews have been amazing because I've been researching all your books today. They've been absolutely extraordinary. So congratulations to all three of you, and may they fly.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.